invited to do a mindfulness presentation for their professional development. And I want my life to look like that. That's what I want my life to look like. I want to go in and do breathing exercises with people and singing bowls and stretching and yoga and talk about the power of kindfulness. Oh, maybe that's a thing. The power of kindness, the power of mindfulness, the power of humanity and seeing the humanity in each other. And that's what I want to do. I want to make my living doing that. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's what I want to do. I cannot stop smiling. Today was so good. Like, I had a really rough night. Like, yesterday was good. I went to church. I had a really good church after church experience. But because of that experience, I did not get home until like 8:30. The boys didn't get down until like 9:30. And I was just very exhausted because my energy was so high for most of the day. And so I was tired, very tired last night. And then I thought that I didn't get something done yesterday that I had planned on getting done because I decided to go with the flow and do what was presented in front of me yesterday instead of what I felt like I needed to do. And so I was a little stressed about that, so then I had some like really like, my subconscious is like bringing all of the stuff to the surface so that I can deal with it. So I had some really interesting dreams, and you know, my feelings were kind of coming to the surface last night through those dreams and those messages. And I was waking up and feeling uncomfortable. And so at some point I was just like, no, I'm going to have an amazing day tomorrow or Monday. I am canceling these things that are coming up. These things are coming up. I see them. I understand them. I know where they're coming from. And I'm releasing them. And I'm going to have an amazing day. And so around like 4:30, I was like, the first thing that I was supposed to be doing today, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to call them and tell them that I overbooked and that I'm available tomorrow, but not today. And then I affirmed in that moment also that I was just going to have a really good day, an amazing day. And then I went back to sleep. And my boys came into my room around like 7:15 and we cuddled. I decided to so Asher is home from school today. I decided to let Aiden stay home from school today because we did get to sleep very late and he's been asking for a mental health day. So I'm like, you can stay home. Uncle Mike is home with them. So I'm like, yeah, I have to go to work. I have to do some things, but you can stay home. We're going to, it is Indigenous Peoples Day. So when I get home, we're going to do some Indigenous People Day research. And we talked about it this morning before I left. But we're going to do more, research, more conversation around what this day means and how we got to Indigenous Peoples Day and why it is important to have this day. And then, so we talked about that. I gave hugs, I gave love, I made breakfast. It was a very gentle morning where last night when I went to bed, I was like, tomorrow is going to be a bear. Because I had all these things. And I just decided that I didn't want today to be that stressful, and I did the things that I needed to do so that it wasn't stressful. And then somebody called me back and was like, oh, you're not supposed to be here until Tuesday. It wasn't today. So the thing that I was supposed to do last night was dependent on what I was supposed to do this morning. So I was like, well, I gotta go do this thing so that I can be prepared for tomorrow morning, but I don't need to, I didn't need to be prepared for today. yesterday. I didn't need to be prepared for today yesterday. And everything is working out. And then I just left the daycare. There were some people that I don't know if I was projecting or what, but like there were some people who weren't bought in, but there were some people who were very much bought in. And I just feel like I was able to like bring my light to other people in a way that was healthy and wholesome and not and I don't feel depleted, and I don't feel like anything was stolen from me. It doesn't feel deceptive what happened. Like I was able to like be in my fullest expression of myself in benefit to other people, and that is what I want to do. That's what I want to do every day of my life is be in my fullest expression of myself, accessing my joy, and being able to be translated into a benefit for other people. Me being myself, me being my highest iteration of myself, me being open and holding space and feeling safe and feeling protected and feeling loved and being able to give love and give protection and give safety and give joy at the same time, because it is me, because I am those things. That's what I'm looking for, man. That is what I'm looking for. That's what I want. I don't want nothing else than to be able to do that. If you ask me what I do for a living, I want to be a joyful person for a living. I want to be a contagiously joyful person for a living. I am so happy right now. Like, it feels good. And I talked to the lady about payment, because she was like, oh, we can give you a little bit of money, because I quoted them my rate, and they were like, yeah, we don't have money for that. But quoted them my rate. I did a fantastic job. I walked out of the door. I know the money is coming. I know that it's coming. I know we've discussed it. I'm going to see this lady tomorrow. I'm going to be like, what's up? But also I'm getting closer, I believe, to my divine purpose. And I give so much thanks for the experience of Mom Cares. I need people to understand that Mom Cares was the catalyst. Mom Cares has been the foundation and will continue to be the foundation of how I show up in the world. Just because that chapter of my life is closed, and just because Spirit is asking me to move on from the space that I had to consistently be in to make that thing go, does not mean that it wasn't valid. It doesn't mean that it didn't bring life, it didn't bring joy. Doesn't mean that it's not and will not continue to be a significant piece of my life and who I am. That's not what that means, right? It means that the lessons, the trips, the triumphs, the trials, the struggles, the joy, the pain, the excitement, the nuance, the differences, all of the things that I had to navigate through for Mom Cares to be what it was is the foundation of what is coming and what is here. What is here? Because I just did that. I want to do that for millions of people. I want to fill stadiums with people, just reminding them to be human, reminding them to treat other people as human, helping them see the light in themselves and helping them see the light in each other. That is why I am here. That is why I am here. That is what I'm doing. That is what I'm going to do. That is what I have committed to do. That, and Mom Cares was a step to get me where I needed to go. To get me to this realization, right? And so still, I'm in a space of going back and forth around fear and around really believing that I deserve to be in my light on a regular basis. But also, I am not the only one. We all deserve to live in our light. And I feel like that is what God is calling us to. God is calling us to higher. God is calling us to our higher selves, our highest expression of ourselves. And that means that we are being called to live in our light. Like, whatever that means. Even if it means you got a doctorate in something, you spent all this money and all this time doing it, but now you don't, that's not the thing that's lighting you up. You know, everybody's like, it's responsible to continue to do that thing that doesn't light you up, that dims your light, that dulls your light, because you did all of this and you spent all this time. But that's fine. Those things, that time is not negated because you're just doing something else. It's not. It's not negated. It's that time was a foundation. Maybe you were learning how to research something that you really care about. Maybe maybe you needed to just learn about commitment, learn about education, learn about how to navigate an idea into its fullest fruition. Maybe that was a safe place for you to figure out how to do it, and now you can do it with what lights you up. Just because you move on from one thing, just because you're not wasting your time, none of this time is wasted on this earth. Everything is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to experience, to explore, right? Everything is here for us to develop. And that development doesn't need to be sitting at a desk writing on our tablet or whatever, right? Like, it's about, I experienced something and that felt good, or I experienced something and it didn't feel good. Why did it feel good? What can I do about it? How do I get out of this feeling, right? Like, how, right? So like, and I have been in the depths of despair, of loss, of just like, I don't see a way out. And shoot, I'm late. Yeah, I've been there, and I can still say that there is something next to it. There's something after it. Your next. I keep talking about, and like the last day or two, I've been talking about the next testament, like as far as the Old Testament and the New Testament of the Bible, and like, I don't know what that is yet. That hasn't shown me itself completely. But like, the next testament of your life, right? The next level of your life is about accepting wholeheartedly that you are worthy and able and capable of living in your fullest expression of yourself and still being taken care of. And that feels good to me. That feels really good to me. I'm excited. I'm also late, so I gotta go. I hope this finds you when you need it, as always. And as always, I love you, but God loves you so, so much more. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you later.